Yes, good morning students. Welcome back to your social studies class. As we have discussed earlier in our last video that what is environment, what are the different components of environment. We have discussed that environment consists of two type of environment. One is natural environment and second one is human made environment. In natural environment, we have discussed that living and non-living organism or living non-living components both collectively known as natural environment, and when we talk human environment, it means the things which are created by the human like roads, buildings, and also the emotions created by the human also came under human resources or human environment, right? So in yesterday we also studied that there are three main domains of natural environment, which are lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. We have discussed that lithosphere is that sphere of the earth in which land is found, and in hydrosphere this domain is mainly consisted of water, and atmosphere is the sphere which is consisted of air. So we have discussed these three spheres earlier. So now we are going to discuss the last main domain of natural environment, which is biosphere. As we know that we have three main domains. One is lithosphere where land is found, second one is hydrosphere where water is found, and third one is atmosphere where air is found. So what is biosphere? Biosphere is a narrow zone of earth where land, water and air interact with each other. Here you can say that biosphere is connected with land, biosphere is connected with water and biosphere is connected with air. So biosphere is that narrow zone of the earth which interact with land, which interact with water and which interact with air to support the life system on the earth. Due to the presence of biosphere, it makes our earth a unique planet, because earth is only a planet where life exists, because on the earth there is a presence of land, water and air, and these three spheres are found collectively on biosphere where life is possible. That means that biosphere makes our earth a unique planet. Then in biospheres there are different type of organisms which are found, like organisms which are very small in size, which are also known as microscopic organism, to the animals or the organisms which are very large in size. So biosphere consists of microscopic organism as well as huge animals, right? Yes, now the next topic that we are going to discuss in this chapter is ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? As we know that living things like plants and animals all inhabit many different environment, like from the poles to equator, like can be found underground, in air, in water and on land. We found that various organisms are there who live their life in these different regions of the earth, like in air, in water, underground, on water, very large level of oceans, seas. So ecosystem means when a system is formed by the interaction of all living organisms with each other. When a system is formed by all the living organisms, when they interact with each other, interaction may be between biotic and abiotic components. So when a system is formed, when different biotic or abiotic components interact with each other and also with the physical environment in which they live, is called ecosystem. So when we talk about ecosystem, it means the interaction of all the living organisms with non-living organism, and the physical environment in which they live is called ecosystem. So ecosystem can be of very large as rainforest, and ecosystem can be formed between a system in very small place like ponds. As we all know that all animals and plants depend on immediate environment in which they live. For example, like there is a story in your books about Ravi. So Ravi and his friends went to NCC camp, in which their friends starting to describe about the environment, about the climate in which they live. So one out of these students starting explaining that the weather here is like a weather in Kerala, and the second student there asked that he belongs to Rajasthan. So the first student explained that this beauty is very much related to of Kerala, like very rains and different type of plants and different type of animals. So the other student who belongs to Rajasthan said that in Rajasthan there is no much water, as there is no much rain there, and there is very less variety of plants found there. So here we came to know that there are two different places are discussed about. One is Kerala and second one is Rajasthan. So we know that plants and animals which are found in Kerala are very much different from the plants and animals which are found in Rajasthan. For example, like we know that in Rajasthan camels are found, and camel is very much fit for the survival in Rajasthan, because he can live for many days without water. But when if we try to take camel from Rajasthan to Kerala, can it be possible for camel to survive? So the answer is no, because the animals and plants depend on immediate environment in which they live. So the animals or plants, they depend on the environment. Their body become adaptable to the environment in which they live. So for the survival purpose, their body is not suitable for any other type of environment. So here we can see that the animals and plants which are found in Rajasthan, they have created a system in which they interact with other components, so they form another ecosystem. That means the ecosystem which is found in Rajasthan is very much different from the ecosystem which is found in Kerala. So this was about ecosystem, in which we came to know about the fact that when all the living organisms interact with other components of environment and with physical environment in which they live, they form a system which is known as ecosystem. Students, now moving to the last topic of this chapter, which is human environment. So what is human environment? Human environment means the environment which is created by human by interacting and modifying it according to need. It means human environment is an environment which is created by human by making modification in the environment according to the needs. Like we came to know that earlier there was early mans, or we call them early humans. They do not know how to modify the environment according to their needs. But when we talk about modern humans, they learn how to modify the environment according to the needs. Like the modifications which are learned by the modern humans are like growing crops. Early humans were not aware about how to grow crops for completing their food requirements. But with the passage of a time, modern humans interact with the environment and came to know about the process of growing crops. Same, the modification done by the modern humans are domesticated and settled themselves. Earlier, early humans does not have fixed place for residence, and they used to live in caves. But nowadays, with the modification process, modern humans learn how to settle down in one place by constructing homes. And we know that with so much modification learned by the modern humans, nowadays it is very it is very important that humans are able to achieve anything that they want, because they have learned so much modification, they have learned so much invention technology, that anything they required. Yes, students, so after discussing so much things about early humans and modern humans, So now we can compile this topic by differentiating between both these categories. So first difference is early humans leads to have a simple life, but on the other hand, modern humans lead to have a modern life. Then early humans does not learn how to modify the things, like how they can modify the resources that they can use for according to their requirement, but modern human learn how to modify the things according to their needs. Then early humans have less knowledge about inventions, but on the other hand, modern humans have sufficient knowledge about the invention and technology. And the last difference is early humans always used to move from one place to another. They used to live in caves, but on the other hand, modern humans learn to settle down at only one place. They learn how to settle at one place. They learn how to be domesticated. They learn about the different norms which are found in the society. So this was the difference between early humans and modern humans. So with this topic, our chapter is finished, in which we have learned so many things about environment. We have learned that there are different type of environment which is found natural or human made environment, what is ecosystem, what is biosphere, the sphere which make earth a unique planet, because in this sphere water, land and air, all these components are interacting with each other. I hope you all students have understand this topic. Thank you and have a nice day.